Whatever I said in the last episode, I take it all back. This has been the best window ever. So, my days, yes you can. What a tremendous signing. I am literally going to win the league. So, it's because I said it. It's because I said it, isn't it? How do everybody, and welcome back to the evolution of Everton. I, of course, am Millers, and whatever I said in the last episode, I take it all back. This has been the best window ever. So, looks like I did some bits. As you can see, we are currently sat in third. We have done tremendously well. The only team we've lost to is Spurs. So, we've had a reasonably good opening gambit to the season. We have progressed to the fifth round of the Carabao Cup, and the window has slammed shut, and we have made a couple of extra moves. Let me talk you through it. So, from a schedule perspective, right, you joined us for the Burnley game. We then travelled down to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and we were beaten, and we were comfortably beaten, in fairness. They were all over us, and then they managed to get the last couple of goals towards the back end of the game after I made a couple of changes, and that is what it is. However, back to Bramley Moor Dock, took on United, and we beat them 2-0. Nice and comfortable, lovely football. Luca played really, really well, came deep for one, pressed on the back post for the second, got that job done. Fully rotated for Grimsby away, as you would expect, fully rotated. And a really good game, won 7-0. Positives to take out of that, Daniel Potts scored in his debut, young right winger, in the under-18s right now, but I moved him up, got him some game time, and he did really, really well. Ryan Quinn scored an absolute screamer of a goal. That was lovely. Good to see him get on the score sheet as well. He came on a little bit later in the game, and Kyle George got himself 3, which is great to see. Great to see. Back to the Premier League. We took on Newcastle at St James's Park and got a 2-1 win. We were 2 up. They only scored in the 94th minute. So We'll definitely take that. We did very, very well and deserved all 3 points. Then we travelled up to Hull, the MKM Stadium now, and we beat them too. And we gave them quite a good beating as well. Kyle George almost got his second hat-trick of the season. He's on 5 goals, all in the cup obviously, but he's doing very well. And Roy scored as well. So really positive. We're third in the Premier League. We'll take that. Obviously, it's only the start of September. Let's all calm down. But after the negativity I was feeling at the start of the season, I am feeling quite positive now. From a finances perspective, we've got 0 in the bank. Okay. We are within our wage budget, so we're doing exactly what we need to. But from a transfers perspective, what have we done? Right. Well, you can see there we had a go at signing young Chrissy Rigg from Sunderland. We triggered his minimum release fee, but then he signed a new deal with Sunderland, which was mind-blowing, really, when you want to see the contract we offered him as well. But anyway, it's what it is. We were doing that because we had offers for James Garner. Now, the initial offer was from Fulham, right, who are in the Championship. Now, I said to James, are you sure? Would you like a new contract? And he said, absolutely not. And then West Ham came in, and West Ham offered slightly more, and he's opted to go to West Ham. He's on a ridiculous amount of money, in fairness, but in all honesty, I would have probably paid him that too. He just wouldn't give me the opportunity to offer him a contract. So he's gone to West Ham. He's gone to West Ham for, I think it goes, let's have a look, 54 million, but I'm pretty sure, I don't know where you can see that in here. I don't know where you can see the clauses, but it does rise, after a number of games and what have you. So I think we get the best part of 64 million for James Garner. So he went out. Okay, fine. It was going to happen anyway. I think I told you all that at the end of the last episode. We have then signed a couple of players, 3 in fact. We signed Thiago Santos just after you guys left. He's coming on loan. Again, nothing more than backup to Gendry, so that's fine. And he's played in the cups and he's done okay. He's only young. He can do what we need him to do. He's got a nice bit of pace about him. He gets forward. I like him. We've signed Czech Decore. He's a tremendous pickup for us. Tremendous. He's our direct replacement for James Garner. he lifts us immeasurably in terms of value, and delighted to bring him in. We brought him in for 87. Don't get it twisted. That wasn't what we paid up front. I think we paid something like 35 up front and then the residual in instalments, as we tend to do. But we'll absolutely take that because he's going to take us to new heights, I think. He's not played a game for us yet, but I've got fingers crossed. And I brought in Amadou, not to be confused with Andre.
L'efficacité. Merci beaucoup. Il a manqué aujourd'hui. Je vous écoute. Andre is not even my name, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Onana. He's going to come in and he's going to act as backup as well. Another great pickup. We've brought him in on loan. He's not going to cause us any problems. Wages are nice and bonny. Really pleased with that pickup. Add some real height in the centre of the park as well, and he can finish. Like him. I like him a lot, in fact. So, from a squad perspective then, that does give us a little bit more depth. It really does. The only negative that I will say is I've had to drop out Chimity from the registered squad for the Premier League because I've lost James Garner. James Garner's homegrown. I had to bring in one of the kids to make up that slot. So that is a shame, and I feel bad on him. But it is what it is. I'm not going to not register check Decore as a result of not playing Chimity. So that's done, and I'm really pleased with it. With all that being said, we are going to get into the game now against Leicester at home. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hopefully that bit of business that we've done at the back end of the window deserves a like and a subscribe and all of that stuff. It'd be lovely, but do let me know what you think. I'll have a look at what you said in the previous video. Where did you think we were going to finish? Now the window's slammed shut, where are we going to finish? Last point to mention. Our Carabao Cup draw for the 4th round was Middlesbrough. That's who we've got, and we've got them at Bramley Moor Dock. So, another reasonable game for which I will rotate. A lot of the lads that are getting minutes in the Carabao Cup most definitely deserve to continue those minutes. We've not conceded a goal so far, and we've scored 10. So, they're doing very, very well. But, first team today, what you're going to see in a minute in the dressing room is our first team lineup, and I shall see you in there very shortly. And here we are. This is our starting lineup for the game against Leicester. Pretty much what you would probably expect. Decore takes the place of James Garner, so he's going to sit in there and do that job for me. The only real change of note other than that is the fact that Blanco is going to come in place of Dewsbury Hall. He had a bit of a laceration on his chops, so he's had a couple of days out of training, so I am just going to give him the game off. And that's just going to be what it's going to be. He's probably not going to be happy with that, but it is what it is. Blanco's done very well. 3 assists so far. 2 of them are in the Carabao Cup. I will grant you that, but actually, his plays deserved a game, and we're going to give him that. So he's going to go into that pocket, and Anna's going to come into the substitutions to get in and around it, and hopefully maybe get some minutes as well. We have got some real strength in the centre of the park now, which is good because that triangle is massively important to us. And obviously, Luca comes back in up top. So that's where we are. Let's get into the game. Squad number's got to be given. Forgot this. Let's do that. You are now number 20, Amadou. In you go. Right. Jordan's confused. Why are you confused, son? Why are you confused? Like, we've done this twice now so far. I've changed it for the Carabao. Then I've put our first team back in. Let's not be confused. Okay. Not going to talk about that. Not going to talk about that. I'm not going to say we should be winning comfortably. Stick to the plan, lads. That's what we shall say. Stick to the plan. Everything's gone swimmingly so far. Just because this lot are back watching doesn't mean you should be worried. I'm not going to say I hope it lasts forever. If you score goals, you always stand a chance, Chris. We took a lot of positives from it, Chris. Absolutely. Is the first goal crucial? Yes, it is. Standard obligatory answers. Absolutely, look at that. Solid team, that is. Solid team. Let us get underway then against Leicester. Anyone we recognise? Harry Winks sat in there. Obviously, Daka. Didn't see anybody else, but then it all went very, very quickly. Right, let's go. So do let me know what you think of the business done. I didn't want to lose Garner. I do want to just stress that, right? That wasn't what I wanted to happen, but he just wouldn't sign a deal. And what do you do in those circumstances? What do you do? I think the telling factor is the only rumblings I got of problems through selling James Garner was 3 players, 2 of which were already transfer listed, coming saying, what are you going to do about it? And I just said, I'm already ahead of you. There is an offer in for a player that's going to come in and replace him. Pipe down. And they went, okay, Gaff. And then as soon as Decore signed, they went, oh yeah, we'll take that. So the squad aren't displeased despite losing the vice captain. So I think that's okay. I think the business is good. The board liked the business done for Decore in terms of obviously his onward value, and you can see that. So there's no real whinging. This is very quiet, isn't it? Very quiet for a team that's just come off the back of scoring 3 and 4s. Nothing really of note. It's 50-50 as well, which is far from ideal. I'm not proud of everyone's efforts. That's absolutely... I don't like what I just saw, lads. Get out there and change it for me. We are on positive. There's nothing... we're not limited them. They've not got the shackles on. Blanco into Decore's feet. Can you, son? Oh, my days. Yes, you can. What a tremendous signing. I am literally going to win the league. So it's a done deal. It's a done deal. That is delightful. Look at that. He just steps in. He sees the space, steps in with one touch, and just finishes with the other. I don't know what Hermansen's doing. He looked like he fell over, potentially. But we'll take it. We'll take it. We are 1-0 up against Leicester at Bramley Moor Dock, and it's exactly where we need to be. Exactly where we need to be. Even though we're not playing tremendously well, look at that possession deficit. That's not great. And we are still there because we've been a little bit more clinical with our execution. We're going to make a change at 75. We're going to look after Roy. He did play quite a lot of the game at, where did we play? Hull. And Rodriguez is still on his journey back to fitness, so it gives me an opportunity to throw him on. Raul Blanco's tired. I might do it, No, I'm going to do Al Rouge because he's been playing fantastic. Do I do both? I might do both. I'm going to do both. I'm going to change up the centre of the park. I'm going to do that. Al Rouge played very, very well as well. He likes to get forward. I think he got an assist for one of the goals. I think it was Roy's. So good to see him featuring and doing well. Leicester corner, though, boxed. We should have the height to deal with it, and we have. Can we get across for that? Kuna can. Inside to Al Rouge as he strides forwards. Loads of belief in him. Kuna inside to Al Rouge. 1-2, lovely. Can we find an Everton foot? It doesn't matter. Kuna's found the bottom corner. Tremendous work with Al Rouge as we break out from a corner. You don't often see that on FM, but we've held it up incredibly well. And then this 1-2 that you'll see in a second. Toozy said. I said no problem. Oh, look at that. Training ground stuff, that is. Training ground stuff. You're welcome. You're welcome. Fabulous. 2-0 up. I think that probably wraps it for us. Having said that, it's a Leicester free kick. Clipped. Decore nods it away, though, in his absolute enforcer role. Leicester are looking to rebuild as I assume it's Jed Spence, strides forwards. He's clipped looking for Beto. Pickford just comes and claims it, though. Thank you very much, he says. And we will play from you, Keeps. Pleased, very, very pleased. He sent everybody up and then he's gone short. That's a weird decision by Jordan. And then we've given it away anyway, which is far from ideal. Out wide to Spence again. Can he do some more damage? This time with the ball into the box. Looking for Beto. Beto nods it down. There's a reason we sold you. I can only say that now he's missed. So, there we go. 94 minutes to be played. It looks like that's pretty much a done deal. No, it's not. Highlight after extra time was finished. Ndidi, Spence, Oscar, Daka. Looks to find Beto. It's because I said it. It's because I said it, isn't it? We all know it. We all know it. The FM gods do that. They hear you. They do things like that to make you regret your very actions. Look at that. Rising at the back post. Nods in. It's 2-1. Thankfully, I think this is pretty much a done deal. The refs allowed far too much extra time there for my liking. We'll take it. I would have preferred the clean sheet. Of course I would. But when you play that badly and still get the 3 points, it says something about what you're doing. We need when you're not playing as well as you can is the answer there, lads, because you didn't. Absolutely, a wise person repairs the roof when it's sunny, Martin, because that's what we've done. That result takes Everton top of the league. So, told you, didn't I? I'm pleased, yes. It's nice for the players. It's a nice reward. It's up to them keep it going. Absolutely is. Game by game, Martin. That's what we're doing. Game by game. Obviously, Spurs can go back top when they take on whoever they're playing. But in reality, it keeps us in the conversation, which is tremendous for us. Absolutely tremendous. There he goes. Decore scores on his debut. Carrick's there. He's having a look, looking at Lorenzo Luca. You can keep looking. He's taken his transfer request off the table, by the way. Quite happy to carry on playing for us now, thankfully. Look at all those teams that are sniffing after him, though. And you can just understand it, can't you? 5 from 5. What a little kid he is. Not a little kid anymore. He's 6'7" and he's 25. So, anyway, right. That is us. There's our 3 points. There's a summary of the window. Why is Kyle saying we're willing to discuss a Luca deal? Honestly, Richie, just... Let's move on. When are we coming back? When are we coming back, people? I think what we might do is we might do the double header. We might do the Carabao Cup 4th round and then we'll do City. Why don't we do that? We'll come back for both of those games end of October. That'll finish that off for us. It allows us to get through both months and we'll see exactly where we are and then we will kick on from there. So, a double header in the next one. We'll do the Carabao Cup and we'll take on Manchester City and we'll see exactly what we're made of when we play with both teams that we've got a field there. Hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching and I will catch you all in the next one. Take care.